My future sister-in-law tried to sabotage me out of her wedding, so I sabotaged her marriage instead. She weaponized my wedding invitation against me, so I turned it into her divorce papers. I should have known something was off when my brother's fiancé asked me to be a bridesmaid. In 3 years of dating him, she'd only spoken to me twice, each interaction lasting about as long as a TikTok video before she found an excuse to leave. She hated how close my brother and I were. So when she suddenly wanted me in her wedding party, gushing about bringing our families together and starting fresh as sisters, I should have seen the trap. But I was genuinely touched. The only problem was I could only fly in for the ceremony due to medical school finals. Her smile never wavered. That's totally fine. Just having you there is what matters. The enthusiasm felt rehearsed, but I wanted to believe it. They added me to the bridesmaid group chat where everyone gushed about how sweet it was that she'd included me despite our rocky start. Between studying pathology and pharmacology, I checked for the one piece of information I actually needed: what color to order. Week after week, my questions got the same vague responses. Still deciding turned into almost there, which became complete silence by week 6. With the wedding approaching faster than my cortisol levels during boards, panic set in. Every desperate what color our message got buried under their discussions about hair appointments and heel heights, while my sister texted separately with fake sweetness, "Don't forget to order your dress." 6 weeks of asking, dozens of messages, and not one person would tell me the actual fucking color. Then came that Tuesday when I sent one more desperate plea. "I need to order today or it won't arrive in time." What color? Silence for 20 minutes, then my phone exploded. The maid of honor unleashed a dissertation about my lack of preparation, while my own sister called to tell me to get my shit together because my incompetence was giving the bride anxiety attacks. The bride herself sent a wall of text about how I clearly didn't care about her special day, how she tried so hard to include me but I was throwing it in her face, and through it all, not one person mentioned a color. That's when my brother called and I knew I'd been played. "Look," he said, already sounding exhausted, "just fix this. She thinks you hate her because you won't come to anything." When I explained the color situation, he cut me off. "I don't care about your petty lady's drama. She showed me all the texts where she's been trying to help you. She's crying, saying maybe she shouldn't have asked someone who clearly doesn't want us together." That's when it clicked. She'd been feeding him a completely different story, painting me as the jealous sister who couldn't accept his relationship. Everything was orchestrated to make me seem like I was sabotaging her attempts at bonding, turning my brother against me in the process. After weeks of silence, the maid of honor finally texted me, dusty purple, with a blurry photo showing mulberry. Something about the sudden response and grainy image felt off, and that's when my med school training kicked in. When nothing makes sense, you need more data. I called the bridal shop directly to verify what was actually ordered. The saleswoman pulled up the records immediately. Yes, 5 dresses total, 4 in Flint and 1 in mulberry, which is the maid of honor's special color. Everything suddenly made perfect sense. She wanted me to show up in mulberry while everyone else wore Flint, giving them the perfect excuse to drop me from the wedding for ordering the wrong dress. I thanked the saleswoman, ordered both colors, then texted the maid of honor that I'd gotten the mulberry dress. The execution was surgical in its precision. I flew red-eyed to the rehearsal with the mulberry dress in hand, watching the bride's face crumble when she saw it. She started crying about how it was too late to fix, and I gasped, hand to chest, full soap opera mode. "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let me call my friend at the salon. Maybe she can work a miracle, and if not, I'll step down. I know how much you wanted this to work between us." The next morning, I showed up with the Flint dress practically bouncing with fake excitement. You'll never believe it. Someone returned this exact dress yesterday. My size, right style, right color. It's a sign that I'm meant to be here. The silence that followed was deafening as the bride went pale and the maid of honor's mouth fell open. Then the makeup artist spoke up, confused about only having 4 stations set up. That's when everyone realized I'd caught them. The ceremony happened, the photos were taken, but at the reception, the truth emerged. There was no place card with my name, no seat at the head table, just scrambling servers squeezing in 2 extra chairs at the ends like afterthoughts, while our food went to empty seats at other tables. The best part came when my brother cornered me later, his face twisted with confusion. The maid of honor had told him I'd asked to be removed from the wedding party weeks ago, then demanded to be included at the last minute. I showed him our text chain and watched his face change as he processed the deception spreading through his perfect day. He came back from his honeymoon 3 days early, alone. Turns out when you build a marriage on lies and manipulation, trying to isolate your husband from his family, the foundation cracks pretty fast. She wanted to destroy my relationship with my brother so badly that she played herself right out of her perfect marriage.